To the
Cheers.
finally reuniting and finally making an actual
Yes.
Weed and Whiskey podcast episode because we've been locked in for a long ass time.
Years, bro.
Long ass
How did
time.
we even meet? I
When I
forgot
was
how
doing
we
poetry.
Yes.
When I was
Wow.
at Green.
Cheers to that,
Yes.
bro. It was funny because I'm like, it can't be the Weed and Whiskey podcast
Nah.
and they don't supply the stuff. Like, that's like drink champs without the drinks. Like, you look at drink champs, they always got a bucket with mad different
But
shit.
that's
or
why I
whatever.
have
Weed and Whiskey.
No, we don't do it to him.
Weed and Whiskey podcast, best motherfucking podcast coming from Connecticut. Y'all already motherfucking knew that. And tonight we skipped the motherfucking pre-show because the pre-show was unscripted and off camera, and that's all we needed. We don't give a fuck, man. That's all we needed. Because good vibes for fucking years. I feel like this has been at least like a decade of friendship right now because we've met.
Yeah.
We just talked about when I was a poet. As a poet at Grain, before Weed and Whiskey was even a thought. Like
Yep.
this friendship goes back a very long time. And honestly, I love the growth. I love the consistency as well too, because she has been doing music since I met her. She hasn't stopped no matter what life has thrown at her. And every time life throws something at her, she put it into music. And that's what makes it even better. When the music is real, it's relatable. And a lot of people can relate to real music. And that's just a fact. So we have somebody who do nothing but just real rap in the motherfucking building. We have a great MC from Connecticut. We have Hunni Ellis in the motherfucking building.
What's going on?
How you
everybody?
doing?
Man,
It's been
I'm
long
good.
overdue.
It is long overdue. It is long overdue.
Yeah, like we met we met as a poet. Now we meeting me as a podcast, and we finally get to have an on-air conversation. And
Yeah,
it's a lot that goes on with you.
it is.
It's
It
a
is.
lot that goes on with you.
is.
Like where do you want to start before we get anything? What do you want to say before we get into anything?
I mean, I'm just glad to be here. I'm glad we're finally doing this. You know what I'm saying?
Let's get into some shit real quick, right?
All right,
let's
let's
get into
get
some
to
shit
it.
real quick, right? So to jump off, let's start with this question.
Okay.
How would you separate a growth mindset from a survival mindset? With everything that you've been through, I feel like this is a good question to start.
No,
off
that's
with
a
you for.
fantastic question. Growth versus survival. So when you're surviving, it's just kind of like, I gotta get through the day. I gotta get through the day. I gotta get through the day. Or I just gotta get through this, whatever this is. You know what I'm saying? Whatever this next challenge is. The growth mindset is like, I'm gonna get through this, but how do I get to where I don't gotta get through this again? You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, yeah, I might have, it's like recognizing like, all right, I messed up a little bit here, or, whatever, I did this over here that brought me here. It's recognizing how you got to that point. And it's like, now, no matter what, we all gonna have certain hurdles that we gotta go
Facts.
through. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, okay, and there's some that are just inevitable. You know what I mean? Not everything is where it's like, well, how do I figure out how to avoid this? Some shit you just gotta go through. You know?
No matter what, that's just part of what's gonna make your
Right.
character.
But the growth mindset is like, how do I build past this? And I keep building and keep building and keep building. The survival mindset, sometimes you can't really see how to build. You just seeing like, it's almost like you laying the same brick over and over and over. It's like, I just got to get the rent paid. I just got to make this car note. I just got to pay this insurance this month. You know what I'm saying? I kind of look at it like this. I feel like in my life I've met people who, it's like, let's say my bills are $500 this month, right? I'm gonna go make $500, so all my bills is paid, right? But now next month I gotta go make another $500 to pay those
The
same
same
bills,
bills.
right? Me, if my bills is 500, I'm gonna figure out how to make 1,000, and then the next month I'm gonna figure out how to make another 1,000, and then you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna keep on going. So now that 500 is minuscule at a certain point.
You have time
know
to
what I mean?
breathe.
Right? You have a way to breathe. So yeah, survival, I feel like it's just like, that's your day to day, where it's just like you don't really have a plan, or you kind of want to have a plan, but you're not implementing nothing. But the growth, that's where you're like constantly working to level yourself up. So if it's reading books, if it's watching certain podcasts that like provide information that is where you're trying to go with your next steps. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
The content you consume, instead of just doom scrolling. Am I actually like watching people on YouTube that I take what they say and that's something that's like, oh, okay, I wanna take that and implement into my own life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So this way I could grow more. That's what I see the difference as.
No, so basically, like I said, growth gives you room to breathe. When you're
Yes.
surviving, you feel like you're always trying to keep your head above water.
Yep.
All
And
right.
sometimes you suffocate.
No, that ass real
Like,
shit. Sometimes your back's gonna be against the wall and there's nowhere to go, and you just
yeah,
have to deal with that shit. That's life.
right.
You're not always gonna be saved in life, honestly.
Yeah.
How do you handle setbacks when it comes to keeping your momentum going?
Oof, that's been a tough one for me throughout the years. I've had my ruts, you know what I'm saying? Where it's just like, all right. I won't even realize I have to go look at my iTunes. Like, when was the date that I released this? Like, like, damn, why you putting that out in this long? You know what I'm saying? Or I gotta go on YouTube. Like, that's the last time I shot a
Because the
video.
last project you dropped was what, 2025?
Yeah, October.
And you barely drop albums to begin that we just talked about before
Yeah,
this.
right. I've only done EPs. That was my
Yeah,
first album.
singles.
Right. So something we talked about off air was just like getting into our head too much.
Mhm.
So that's kind of been something, and it's funny because I was on the phone with my best friend earlier today, and I was telling her, I was like, yo, I said if somebody hired me to do like a content calendar for them, I was like, yo, I could do a whole 365 right now for somebody. And I said, I got it for myself. I just be in my head too much when it comes to like creating my
Oh, I'm the
content.
same way.
You
I
know what I'm
got I
saying?
got a I got a 20K plan in my notes right now. But I
Yeah.
wake up doubting it some days, and I just be like, "Imma just put it on the back
Bro, you
burner
should
real
see
quick."
my chat GBT. Like I got a whole I'm taking
Yeah,
over
I
the
got so
world.
much ideas because I just feel like I have that moment. It was like, "Yo, this is a great ass fucking idea," and then I have the next moment. It's like,
Yeah.
maybe it won't be that good."
Yeah, so I've gotten in my head too much. But one thing that I've been working on and just kind of learning is like, yo, some things you do gotta just kind of take like a day at a time and just plan better. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
for
Where it's
heavy on
like
that.
if I gotta get up earlier to accomplish something, then I just gotta get up earlier to accomplish it. If I gotta stay up later to accomplish it, I just gotta stay up later to accomplish it. You know what I mean? I gotta fight through the tired and whatever.
The sacrifice just means more now.
Yeah,
It just means
right.
a lot more now because you have a lot more weight on what you're actually sacrificing this
I
shit for.
do, I do, I do, I do. I got 4 kids at home.
We're gonna get into that, honestly. We're gonna get into a little free segment right now. Um, what's something you had to unlearn in order for you to grow to become the woman that you are now?
Something I had to unlearn was not listening to other people.
Oh yeah, we was definitely talking about that
Yeah,
off
we were
air.
talking about
Yeah.
that. And I'm still working on trying to unlearn that. You know what I'm saying? I think I've been low key kind of traumatized throughout my life of the opinions of other people. You know what I'm saying? Um, but it's crazy because I heard I forgot who it was that said it, but it was the question. It was like, who would you be? Who were you? Or who? Damn, how does it go? It was like
Just
who did you say you wanted to be before the world told you who you had to
to
be?
become. Yeah.
So I'm like, damn, when I look back at like 8-year-old me who was just writing, couldn't spell for shit, writing all these rhymes in my notepad and showing everybody, like, look what I wrote, look what I wrote. People reading it. I'm like, you're not reading it right because I couldn't because I couldn't spell for shit, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But going back to that little girl who just like was the ultimate dreamer, you know what I'm saying? Who
Mhm.
just saw like every possibility. And it's like I also came to the realization that God don't put nothing in your head that's not attainable.
Facts.
So if like I wouldn't envision the
That if it
large
wasn't
scale of my career if it wasn't a
stability.
possibility. Unfortunately for me, because of worrying about other people's things, I've taken a back seat in my career a lot and I put my career in a lot of other people's hands. And it was like, and then the things I did want to do when I tried to speak up got shot down. So then when those things got shot down, it started making me crawl into like,
A corner. I
yeah,
feel like you're
and
doubting yourself
like
even
it's,
more.
yeah, into like this little shell, this dark room where
Mhm.
now I've been trying to crawl out of it. But yeah, I had to really unlearn like everybody else don't matter. Fuck 'em. You know what I'm saying? Because when you really just moving with love and you follow what you really got your heart's desire on, it ain't nothing that could really stop you.
But the funny thing is, right? This question is, how many people, of all the people that you put your career into their hands, right? How many of them are still doing what they're doing as opposed to you?
One.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you literally
One.
trusted people who didn't even trust themselves.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
that ass.
Yeah.
And niggas don't even realize they don't even trust themselves. And
Yeah.
that's
But a
something
lot of
I
people are full
learned.
of
Yeah,
shit.
that's what I learned along this
Yeah.
journey to realize
A
when
lot of
niggas
people
are
are
pitching
so
you the
full of shit.
bullshit and they
Ooh.
make it look so good. Like that, like to me, when you try too hard to sell yourself, you're doing too much.
Yep.
You're doing too much because what you're doing should sell itself.
Yeah. Yo, I recently had somebody hit me up. He got like a radio show or whatever, but and he's played one of my records every now and then. He's played it like multiple times or whatever, and he just went on and whatever, and he's like, yeah, I could do this for you, I could do that for you. And he's running me, and he wants like $25 a month or something like that, and I'm just like, so you just want money from me? Like I don't care that it's only 25. Like you just want
Want
money
money,
from
but
me? You know what I'm
it's
saying?
25 from you. But imagine who else he's doing that to. That 25
Exactly.
adds up.
Right.
Because
Exactly.
if you're cold calling like that, and if somebody's saying yes, eventually it's like begging for money on the fucking corner.
Yeah.
Eventually, when you shoot your shot enough, statistically speaking, you're gonna get enough hits.
Right. Right. Exactly. And like the way he was talking to me, I'm like, all right, bro. I done heard spills like this a million and one times. So if I pay you $25 this month and you do nothing with it, oh, it was just I sent emails and you know what I'm saying? I
Yeah,
don't know. I don't know what you did. You know what I'm saying?
and niggas be having the gift of gab.
Yeah. So when I see people who just talk too much, it's just like think about when you got a job, right? You call out of work. If I'm really sick, I'm calling my job. I'm like, I'm sick.
Exactly.
That's it. I'm not
I
coming
can't
in.
do that. Yeah.
But if I'm calling in like, yeah, I got this bad cough. I've been doing diarrhea all night. Like, you
You
know,
faking it.
you
Yeah.
start getting into bad
Exactly.
detail. It's like,
You know, I learned that too. I
yeah,
learned. I was like, yo, why am I telling y'all the reason why I can't come in?
I'm sick. That's it.
That's it. I didn't even have to tell y'all I'm sick.
Right. I
I
just
just can't
can't
be
come
there.
today. Like,
That's it. That's all you need to know. But if you have to go through the extremities of convincing me of
yeah,
why you can't show up, then that ain't the case.
yeah. That's not, I
It ain't
mean, like,
real.
that's like, I always be like, yo, if I'm lying about something, I'm doing it the right way.
It-
Cause
ex-
you really not about to know that I'm lying to you about some shit.
exactly.
But it's funny because like my mom and dad, every time they wanna like, oh, don't tell somebody this or somebody asked, just say this.
It,
Yo, they will go into a whole thing and I'm like, y'all are doing
you're
way
doing
too
too much
much.
because
You're
now you're
doing
setting
way too
yourself
much.
to look like a liar.
Cause they're like, yeah, so if anybody asks, just say da 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 da.
I was
And
like,
I'm like,
nah.
and I be like, Mom, who's gonna ask?
Exactly.
Like,
Exactly.
like you
That's like when
just
you
sat
lose your
there.
key out there and
You
somebody your
just
parents be like, don't lose your key because somebody's gonna come find my house and break
I'm
into
like,
it.
I'm like, wow, you just sat there and did a 30-minute story
For
about
somebody who don't care.
for somebody who's not about to ask me nothing.
They're gonna be like, you know what? Let me call her daughter and confirm if she's telling the truth real quick.
Yo, man, funny. And I learned that throughout the years. Like, yo, you keep giving all these damn details. They going
It don't exactly. Now you catching yourself up because now you got to keep up with your own fucking
right.
details.
Yo,
It's too tiring, yo.
yeah.
Nobody got no fucking time for that. All right, this is a good segue for this next one. All right, so can staying true to yourself, right? Can that eventually become destructive?
I think so. I think so. And I think it's because um I've seen where people are so caught up in staying true to themselves that it becomes the ego gets in the way. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you do have to let go of certain things and still run it. You can still run it your way. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Or maneuver how you feel is best. But it's sometimes where it's like, you know what? This person might be just a little bit better at this than me. So let me let this person rock. You know what I'm saying? And do that. and I gotta take a step back and kind of learn from that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Um, so and I've had to do that a bunch of my career where I felt like, nah, I don't want to do it like this, or I don't want to do it like that.
But
But
people can
then,
be so caught up in how they do shit that they never look at the other ways it can be done.
right, right, exactly. So it's like sometimes, and it's like, yo, sometimes you just gotta try shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, try a thing.
Yeah, just
That's what
sometimes
Jamaicans say. Jamaican, try a thing,
you
dog. Just
just
try a
gotta
thing,
you just
dog.
gotta try some shit, and
Yeah.
like
It might
yo,
work out. It might not. But at least you know.
yeah, and it's funny, right? Like I said, I think when you go so hard to stay true to yourself that because you will block blessings and stuff if you're
Yes.
not. You have to be
You
flexible.
gotta be
You know what I'm
malleable. I
saying?
say malleable. I like malleable.
Okay, I'll give you that. That's a
Yeah.
good one.
Because flexible sound like a Watiman thing. So yeah.
Okay, so you gotta be malleable, right? But so it's like one of them things where it's like, yo, like, and now at the end of the day, you have to have that meter
Yes.
for who is actually maybe better at something than you, or where you should be, like,
You
you
gotta
know
be
what I'm saying?
aware. You gotta be
You gotta be
aware of
aware because
yourself.
then you could take the step back, but the person is full of shit. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
Exactly.
So one thing my husband always told me, he'd be like I've let people get in my head sometimes, and he's like, "Yo, is so and so where you want to be in life?"
What
And
Kanye be saying?
and I'm like, nah. And he's like, "So why the fuck do you care what the fuck this nigga just said
Like
to you?"
Kanye said, I would never take advice from somebody who's not a millionaire. Because you're not a
Yeah.
motherfucking millionaire.
So it's like, if you didn't do it, how you telling me to do it? Like,
And niggas who never did something love telling you how to do something you're doing.
yep,
I don't know what is about society, but niggas would sit there on the sidelines and be like, you know what? Based off my calculations of sitting on the sidelines, this is how I would do it if
yep.
I was in the field.
I mean, it's the same thing with people watching sports.
That's what I mean. That's
It's the
exactly like
same
if that.
thing with people watching sports.
I'm like, my nigga, you don't even put the hard work in that. You don't even know what
They
comes
be
with
like,
being
yo, what the
there.
fuck that coach doing? Da, 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 da. Have you ever been a coach? You know what pisses me off a lot when it comes to sports shit is the Super Bowl. When people criticize the Super Bowl halftime show, you know how irritated I get? Because I'm like, yo, let's just really think about it, right? Number one, it's extremely hard to be an artist.
Oh yeah,
Number two, do you know how much courage and strength that
it
takes
takes just to
to
do
put
that.
yourself out there? Even if I got on stage for 10 people,
It takes a
20
lot.
people, 30
It takes a
people, if
lot.
I got on stage for my mom, like that shit still,
If you get in front of the camera to put it out just for anybody to
yeah,
see,
like that shit takes courage. Now you got somebody who's at a level that the fucking Super Bowl, the biggest platform on the planet, is wants them to do the halftime show, and y'all got every criticism in the book. Shut the fuck up.
but
Cause what the fuck are you? You don't know what the fuck it takes to even
even
stand in front of two people, let
you can't
alone
even read a book out loud in front of your peers.
that part.
You can't even read your comments out on live.
That part. That part. So I just be like, yo, y'all criticize people. Like, even when I was younger and we would watch the talent shows and stuff, right? Like, not everybody who was up there was good, but it took a lot. Like, you got an auditorium, a high school auditorium full of people. You know what I'm saying? It took a lot for you to get up there and even make the effort to try to do it. Cause all these people that's talking shit that you wasn't good, they would never.
Do
They
it.
don't got the balls.
But you know why a lot of people don't become stars? Because they can't see the stars in other people. Some real shit.
And one thing I always be like, yo, you can't just wish well for yourself and then just and not wish well for
other
everybody
people
else around
and
you,
expect them to wish well for you.
and right,
It
and
don't make no
expect.
sense.
Now, if I show you mad love and you don't show that back, that's
Then
different.
fuck you.
But exactly, fuck you.
How do you balance being authentic and being and having influence?
I feel like for me personally, the people that really rock with me, they just know. Like, whether you only know me through my music or you know me on that level, like, you know who I am. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like I've been very raw in my music.
Oh, honestly, yo, I want to get into it real quick because your fucking Truth and Love fucking single, that song on the
Love
on
is
the
true.
EP,
Yeah.
that shit was fucking real. That was my quick little sidetrack, but continue. But yeah, I just had to get that out.
Yeah, that's my shit. But I feel like that's one of the tracks I listen to in the
Yeah,
gym.
I love that because, like I said, I played that back a few times coming in here because I just felt like, I like people who make me want to confront myself.
Yeah. And
That's
that's
I
what that is.
that's
That's
what it
what love and
is.
truth is.
That's what it is, because it was a confrontation with yourself, and I'm like, you know what? Maybe I should ask myself all of these questions as well too, or just see all the experiences I went through and see how it actually affected me.
Yeah, that's love and truth. Like love that's what so love and truth, what it really comes down to, like just throughout my years, throughout my experiences, just I've lived a lot of fucking life. You know what I'm saying? Between college, the military, being a mother, being a wife.
It's a lot.
You know what I'm saying? Like I've lived so much, and I really realized when I had to really take that step back and be like, where am I fucking up? What am I missing? You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And it's like, oh, you're not being real with yourself. You're not being
That
honest with
part.
yourself.
Nah,
And
that's
it's
that
like, if
part.
I can't be honest with myself, how am I supposed to love myself? And if I can't love myself, I can't love anybody else the right way.
And nobody's gonna love me the way I need them to love me as well too, because I can't even portray how I want to be loved.
Exactly. Like you need to be 1,000% honest. You know what I'm saying? And
That's
then,
facts.
and even, a lot of that, even for me, has come through just being married, like having that other person to grow with,
And
where it was
have
like,
you take accountability of a lot of
yeah, where
yourself.
it's like, yo, I had to take a step back, where it's like, if I don't change certain things or like realize why I do certain things, my marriage
It's
could
gonna
be
be
over. You know what I'm saying? And this
you
is
got to
the
make certain
person.
changes if you want to actually maintain what you've been building.
Right. So it was just like, throughout the years, like love and truth was just one of them things where I was like, yo, this is really what it all boils down to. If you don't love yourself, if you're not real with yourself,
That is
nothing
the
really works
influence.
for you.
That is the influence. Being
Yeah,
authentic on yourself. That should be what's influential nowadays.
exactly.
On some real
And
shit.
and that's the one thing I hate with, like, when it comes to like social media. And I think that's why it's been hard for me to really be a content person like I can be
But
on social media, because I don't want my content to be fake.
and that's where I struggle with it as well too, because I can't record myself in the moment. I don't care. I judge people who literally sit there and cry and be like, you know what? Let me record myself and make a video out of that shit
I
and put
do
it out.
too.
Don't get me wrong. There's some people who do it for good intentional purposes. There's some. There's some. I'm not gonna put everybody I don't like to generalize all the way, you know? But for the majority, I feel like a lot of people be sitting there, they find themselves crying and they'll stop crying for a little bit just to start recording themselves.
I feel like I feel like if, let's say, I was telling a story, like I'm recording myself to tell a
And you
story
start crying.
and I start
That's
crying through the
different.
story, I feel like that's
Yeah,
genuine.
but to go up there because I'm crying and then start recording myself because I'm
And
crying,
then to post it, like
yeah, like that's weird.
yeah, I don't like that
Maybe
shit.
I'm just a weirdo myself. I don't know. That's all.
I
That's my
I don't know, then I'm
counteractive.
then
That's my
I'm weird
counteractive
with you because
statement.
I don't like that shit
I think
either. I
that's
think
weird.
that shit is
Like
corny.
I understand after the moment you had your crying, you have
Yeah, but I'm
self-reflected
not about to
in the
I'm not
mid.
about to boohoo
Yeah,
on
on
fucking
camera.
camera.
Yeah, like
No,
that's wild. Like I'm gonna come up
not
here and
at
cry,
all.
yo.
Yeah,
That
I'm
should be
not.
crazy. What's a mindset you think people have that actually hold them back to segue and to actually transition to that?
I don't know how to put this mindset in words, I guess, but it's like the
Put it in
social media
sentences.
thing. It's a social media thing.
Oh, honestly, to keep it a buck, no, I get that. I get that because I truly believe
Like this fake it till you make it thing.
it's sad. But you know what it is, yo?
It's like, as an artist, I get it,
But as a person, it
but
sucks.
as a person, it's
Because we come from an era where
like I'm cool with you knowing that the car in my video was a rental. Like
that's what I'm saying. Like,
like I'm
I'm
cool
not
with you
gonna
knowing it's a
brag. I'm not gonna
rental.
sit here like
I had the bread to get that rental though.
exactly,
Like,
exactly. That's the story
but
I
that's
want.
just not what I'm
But Nick,
riding in
like
24/7. You know what I mean?
niggas be taking like niggas be doing all of this shit, but don't tell what comes with actually getting it done. Like that's the sad part. But I definitely do get what you mean by social media because social
Yeah.
media have definitely created a facade where people feel like they have to create an image to in order to be somebody.
And then um it's like a lot of people want sympathy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking
It
about?
really
Like,
is.
so that's why yo, if I was one of these people that's like, I'm supposed to really monetize all my shit and all that, you know how much fucking sympathy shit I could get
Yo,
off
same
of my
here.
life?
Same here. I know how.
Just
I
off of
know
the shit that
how.
I've been through in the last
And
year.
I know how to get sympathy. That's the thing too. I know how, but I don't need to feel the need to do that.
I don't.
I got to go through some things on my own.
Yeah. Like, I went through shit with my daughter last year that, like, yo, that shit traumatized me. And I literally, like, if I talk to you, then you knew what happened. I ain't post that shit.
Facts. But
Nobody knew what was
but
going on.
that's how supposed. Like I
Nobody
like
even knew
shit
my
like
daughter
that.
was born at the time because of what was going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like, shit is personal. You know what I mean?
Facts.
And I keep it there. But now, if I wanted to be like one of these people, like worried about monetization, I could have posted
And
pictures of my daughter,
monetize off my trauma.
and I would have got all these people. I'm so
You could have got a
sorry.
GoFundMe lit. You could have been a
Yo,
millionaire just off people supporting your sympathy.
that's not me though. That's not me
Shout
at
out to the
all.
girls that throw their cash up on the story on their birthday. If you pretty, I might do it.
I wonder how much money they get.
I be want to ask that.
I want to know how much money you made off that.
I
And
be
that
want to ask that.
24 hours that it was on your story, how much
Facts. I want
money
to ask
did you
that.
make in that 24?
Cause honestly, that is some brave, bold, and honestly, shout out to the niggas that do it. Cause niggas do it too. How have your definition of power changed over your course of life?
Um, I realized that power is just about yourself. Like, it's really just, it's a mental thing. Like, let's say you could have, I don't know, you could have power on a level of, like, let's say political power, whatever, but we see what's going on.
Oh yeah, it's real out here.
We see the demonic things that are behind all these people's power.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Um, so for me, I just feel like the realer you are, the more authentic you are, the greater power that you have. Because the
Mm.
right one's gonna really see that in you. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
gonna gravitate to who needs to gravitate to.
Right, exactly. You know what I mean? So it's like these people that are in so-called power or whatever, like, what power is it really? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
No, I
How
get it.
you
Like
know
the
what I'm
power that you
saying?
think you have, is it really power, or are you trying to paint it as power so you're powerful?
Right. Like, I feel like the more important thing is just like how you feel within yourself.
That's what makes you powerful.
Yeah.
Because if you can't see the God within yourself, fuck the power that you scream out your mouth.
Yeah. Like, yo, at the end of the day, whatever version of religion, you know what I'm saying, that you in, but it's like that higher power is within you. No matter which version, no matter what you follow, whatever, whatever your higher influence is,
You should find something within you.
but it's in you. Like, we are all like created
No,
in the
that's right.
reflection
Of that,
of that higher power. You know what I'm saying?
it's funny because I remember when somebody told me that they were envious of me in a way because I walked in a way where I internalized the book of the Bible pretty much. I
Mhm.
internalized it instead of externalizing it.
Mm.
Because a lot of people they try to find a God outside of themselves before searching for the God within them.
Right.
And that be the issue with a lot of people because you want to speak on how you're powerful, but to keep it a buck, when you're by yourself, you crumble.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's like you really have to, like, 24/7. You're
Hmm.
alone with yourself. It don't matter what else you have going on. It doesn't matter who else is in your life. At the end of the day, up here, it's only
Oh, that
really
matters.
you. So it's like, it's just like, you were saying about not letting other people's
People.
opinions get to you. Cause it's like, at the end of the day, you could call me pretty, you could call me ugly. I take it how I take it.
Facts. Because it doesn't matter how I feel. It's not going to change how I feel about myself.
Right. You could be like, yo, your music's hard, your music's trash. But it's when I put it out, I felt it was hard. So
so,
it's fucking
so
hard.
that's all that matters.
You one opinion. Fuck you.
Before we get into the
Don't
last
listen to my
few,
shit then, motherfucker.
I came from an era where women pride themselves on being the prize.
Yo, it's it's wild. So one of the things, like, when it comes to like my music and shit, and like just my persona that I really want to like implement, like, in Rare Form 2, the first song, the building,
Mhm.
where I was like, I ain't have to shake my ass or submit to your conditions. So, and I'm saying that because I'm like, I I really got that persona where it's like I'm gonna dress how I want to dress. If I'm doing something I feel like, yo, I might want to rock this, I'm gonna rock that. But
Yeah.
that's because I
I
want to
wanna
do it,
do
not
it.
because nobody else is
I'm being
telling me to
forced
do
in a
it.
trend or something like that.
Right. Or, but if I want to sit there and be like, yo, I'm gonna wear some cargo pants and a Biggie shirt to this interview today. You know what I'm saying? Cause it's March 9th. And it's, you know what I'm saying? It's the anniversary. So I gotta
It's
rep.
only
You know
right.
what I mean? Like when I'm sitting there, like, what am I gonna wear tonight? Wait, it's March
It's like,
9th. I'm gonna wear one of my
obviously.
Biggie
Yeah,
tees. You know what I'm saying?
obviously.
And I was like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh wait, I got the ones that match. And you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All of that. But that's my choice. That's my decision. Um, but it's like I want to say.
Just say it how you thinking it.
So it's like, okay, we started talking about the dating pool, right?
Yeah.
Being contaminated,
Yeah.
and then
He lost your train of
I
thought.
did, I did. I'm so good for that.
Oh, me too.
I'm so
Oh,
good
me
for that.
too. Me too. Because I was waiting to see where you went with that.
Yeah, that's why I was like, why did I start talking about that?
I'm- Yo, honestly, and I've been suffering from shit like that lately too. But even just to pick it, just to start a fresh conversation within that area as well too. It's like
I
out
just
here.
wish I knew where I was going with
I feel that's why I'm gonna just talk and see if it come back and
it.
see if it come back. Because I feel like out here is like everything is the word. You have to everything is just money this or you
Yeah,
can give me this or you have to be able to provide this for me. And it's like, damn, can I just get to know you?
right, right.
Like that's all I want. I just want to get to know you and maybe we can see what goes through this because
Yeah,
shit, there's a reason why, niggas is just cracking and just
yeah,
keep going. Maybe you're
yeah.
the fucking problem. Honestly, I forgot where the fuck I was going with it too, and I
I
don't
don't
know where the
know.
fuck I'm gonna go with it no more.
I
But
don't know.
it's all
I'm
good.
I'm I'm definitely lucky I met my husband where I met him because
How
when
long you been
I
married?
we've been married almost 12 years, 11 and a half years,
It's
and
a long
then
ass
we've
fucking
been
time.
together 13 and a half years.
That's a long ass fucking
It's a
time.
long ass fucking time. We're 4 kids together.
That's a long fucking time. Real shit. And he accept every part of you?
Oh yeah. And I accept every part of him. Like, and it's still a work in progress. Like 13 years.
That's what I'm saying.
13 years is a long ass fucking time,
Like
but
how many
then
versions of you did he get to and how many versions of him did you y'all all experience within each other within that 13 years? Because it's not like it's the same person you fell in love
oh
with the
yeah,
first
nah,
day.
it's definitely not.
Yeah,
But we have grown together in a way that we still it's like we fall in love with each other more and more like throughout the years.
because
You know what
within
I'm
your
saying?
music, I'm assuming you kicked him out a few times based on what you said in the music, right?
I did. And that's why I keep it real. I kept it real. But like that song for the boys, that
Yeah.
was so authentic.
Yeah, that was just straight from the heart.
That was so authentic. Like literally saying like I'm sorry for every time me and your dad fought in front of you. I grew up around my parents fighting
Even
in
mommy
front of
loves
me.
you. Even mommy loves you as well too.
Mommy loves you. Mommy loves you is crazy. Cause the only reason I even made that song was because somebody that in the industry that I was dealing with at the time was like, yo, I had just performed at South by Southwest. They seen me and they was like, yo, got it. Bro, like need like based off the way you are, you need like a Eve Love is Blind. You need to
Yeah.
find your love is blind, right? So I'm sitting there thinking like, fuck, I'm gonna write about. And Mommy Loves You was literally a story, a real story. That's everything I went through when I was 18, got pregnant, unexpectedly. The dude that I was dealing with was like, oh, that's cool that you pregnant, but it ain't mine.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
And then
saying?
your whole situation with your dad at
Ghosted
the
on,
same time as well
yeah,
too.
it
So
was a whole lot.
yeah.
So I just poured it all into the record. You know what I'm saying? I
Which
put
was pretty strong of you to begin with, to be honest, because a lot of people can't tell you that they got pregnant at such a young age and didn't have the support that they thought they was gonna have. Like you just felt like a lot of the male figures in your life that were supposed to be there completely abandoned you.
Yeah, they all did. And, like even just going to the up to the end of it where it was like, the heartbeat's not there and and I'm sitting there in my head like, oh my God, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that was all real. That was literally all real. And it was crazy because when we recorded it, well, when I recorded it, um, recorded my parts, because obviously there's a singer on the track.
Yeah, Kaylee Roselle.
No, no, no,
No, no,
no.
that's not the.
Kaylee is on For the
No,
Boys,
that's
the one
not.
that's
Yeah,
for my
that's not.
sons. The
Yeah,
Mommy Loves You is my girl Kiara Shante, that she's out of Atlanta.
yeah. I don't know. I got those one confused.
Um, but so when I recorded my parts, like literally, my husband was there at the studio, and Nitty did it. We was at Nitty's spot,
AKA 2-4.
aka 2-4. This was before he was 2-4.
Yeah,
It was
I
just
gotta. I
Ty
be
Nitty.
saying that just like, but just in case you know him
Yeah,
as
in
two
case you
four.
don't know. But yeah, like I remember my husband walked into the booth and was like, "You good?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Yo, you did that." Like
Mm,
he thought I was crying because of how much
pain and
emotion
shit
I
and went
put
into it.
into
Yeah.
rapping it. You know what I mean? Um, but yeah, I try to give as much real as I can. That's what Love and Truth is all about. So this is what I had to learn when it came to my music personally, right? With what I make. Because remember I was off camera, I was like, yo, I could really make anything.
Anything. Yeah.
I can do this type, I can do this type, I can do this type. This is just what resonates more with me
Yeah.
and of more of what I put out. You know what I'm saying? But like I was telling, I forgot who I said it to a few people where I'm like, yo, at the end of the day, like music is just supposed to make you feel. So sometimes this shit that I say is not even necessarily something that I actually lived or whatever, but it's just like it's part of the music. I'm going with the beat. I'm going with the flow. The music was
It's
like,
speaking to
oh,
you.
the music was like, yeah, spit this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So talk that talk. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna talk that talk.
Facts.
Cause like
Why do anything else?
I've been married for almost 12 years, but sometimes I'm a slut in my music.
But you could allow it to be a different personality in there. That's the part of
Yeah.
being an artist.
That's like, so that's why the name is Hunni Ellis. Because it's like Hunni is the alter
It's
ego.
sexy.
Ellis brings it back
Back,
to who
yeah.
I am because that is my actual last name. And also for purposes of like there was mad bitches trying to claim Hunni. Like so nobody's on Hunni Ellis. Like literally when I go on my fucking iTunes and all
Yeah,
that
because when I
shit.
search you on Apple, when you search on Apple Music, Hunni Ellis, there's no other
There's
people that
no
come in.
other Hunni Ellis, so that
Yeah.
was part of the reason why I added that. Like I did the name change from just Hunni to Hunni Ellis because I was like, part of it was too many motherfucking people's music is popping up on my because I have everything claimed.
Yeah.
So because I have everything claimed, anybody that puts in Hunni, it automatically pops up on my page. So there's mad tracks on my shit that's not me at all.
Yeah.
Like
fuck
I
it.
don't know that. I don't know that bitch. I don't know
It
that
ain't
dude.
that ain't
I
the
don't
real
know
Hunni.
That's not the real Hunni.
Not the real Hunni. The real
So-
Hunni standing up right here.
Right, ever. So so then, I was like, you know what, Hunni Ellis, I felt like encompasses the alter ego plus the real me. So I could be either or.
Or
And
the
it
or.
don't
And
really
you get
matter.
the duality comes there.
And it don't really matter. The
Facts.
duality, I love that. That might be the name of the next project,
Ooh.
duality.
Any closing words or anything that you want to say?
Shout out to my kids. Shout out to my husband. Shout out to my boy O'Shea for having me on Weed and Whiskey finally.
Nah, thank you for fucking having
After-
the time.
after 25
Thank you for
years.
not being pregnant.
Yo, it's about damn time I wasn't pregnant. Jesus.
Just out there shooting up the motherfucking club. God,
Yo.
think of everybody else.
Yo, when my sister told my godson that I was pregnant with my daughter, she was like, "Oh yeah," she was like, "Your godmother's pregnant." He was like, "Again?"
Like, damn.
When she called me and told me, I was like, "Yo, I love him, but fuck him." You know what I'm saying? But
I think I'm op now.
right, like what you mean again?
You're supposed to be happy for me, little nigga.
Right.
Shit.
Now, Love and Truth is out now on all platforms. Hunni Ellis is HUNNIELLIS. Love and Truth is basically a diary for me. You know what I'm saying? That's out right now. Around the Way Girl 2 is on the way. And yeah, you can follow me on Instagram at HUNNI_Ellis. And everything else is just Hunni Ellis. Somebody took Hunni Ellis on Instagram, so I had to add the underscore.
Somebody
Everybody,
beat you to that.
everybody else just got Honey Ellis, but you know,
It is what it is. It's
it is
Honey
what it
Ellis.
is.
You'll find her. Just type it in. You
You
find
gonna
her.
find me?
She
You know what I'm
working.
saying? I'm
Right,
working. I'm
she
working.
working. Thank you guys for tuning in. This was a great fucking conversation. It
It
was
was.
overdue, but time always worked in the God's favor.
Absolutely.
For real shit. So
Hey, but if you ever just want to call me and
no,
just shoot the shit,
no, I
like
got you.
we
We
can
can get drunk. We
absolutely
just
just,
drunk and talk shit.
we can just absolutely shoot the shit.
Real shit, because I need more friends outside of this as well too. I don't have to talk work.
Hey, yo, you can pull up to the crib and my husband will
I'm with
love
it.
you.
I'm with it. As long as I can bring my spliff.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
because you ain't pregnant now, so I can smoke around
I'm
you.
not, and I got a room in the back where.
Oh, say less. Say less.
Yeah,
Say less.
me and before I turned over to the edible life.
Yeah.
Me and Q used to sit back there all the time. Kids go to sleep. We
Yeah,
sit back
that's the
there
wind down zone.
because we got a back porch too.
Okay, and
So
it's
you-
summertime. You see how today was.
So when it's cold, we just sit in the back room and we open the
Oh, say
windows.
less.
But when it's warm out, we could go in the back
Say
porch.
less.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring a whiskey we can all drink though. I know you like the tequila. I'm gonna bring some.
Q likes whiskey too.
Someone bring some Japanese. You can never go wrong with Japanese.
Can't.
That's my medium for everybody. Japanese, real shit.
Absolutely cannot.
Thank you guys for following, tuning into us. Follow us at WNW Podcast everywhere because everybody's a dick when it comes to weed. So I just try to say fuck it. WNW Podcast everywhere. Follow us. Be great. Be amazing because I'm great and amazing because
Yes, you
you're
are.
great and amazing. So I need reciprocity. I need that. So could you be that so I can be that? That's all I'm asking. Be amazing, dog. And also, dog, please be great to the people that love you because on some real shit, we getting
Yes.
older now. On some real shit, dog. We gotta appreciate the people that love us and show us that we love us.
Somebody
if in
has
the
to change your diaper down the line.
Real shit. You want somebody to call you in the hospital. Yeah, it's the little things that matter, dog. So be good to the people that love you. On some real shit. Regardless of how they're loving you, realize when somebody's loving you at their capacity.
Yeah, meet people where they at.
Yes, on some real shit, because we miss out on a lot of people that actually love us because we are mad at the way they're loving us.
Yeah, that's facts.
Don't be mad at the fucking person who delivered the fucking don't be mad at the fucking message because you're arguing with who delivered it and how it got delivered.